Hopefully this can help somebody out. I'm gonna try to make it as simple as I can. If it's so much for you or my video quality is not good enough for you, please kick a rock. I don't care about your comments. I don't care about your negativity. This is just to help people out and how to diagnose their ice machine. Because I see all these other infos and they're not helpful. I got help from Gemini's or there's GPT that might help you. I go live with Gemini. Not all phones have it. Mine's $100 phone, Motorola, and it's helped me out. I had to struggle with Gemini a little bit, but I'm not trying to sponsor Gemini. But in the back of this cover, from this ice machine, how to take it off, figure it out by yourself. Like I said, you can pause the video all you want if you want to. This thing came with the manual, a book, which I have lost. I've had this ice machine for about 10 years, and that manual should have been sitting right here. I pulled it out, and I don't know what I did to it. But this is the main circuit board, and I'm going to get to the point about the trouble issues that I had with it. But I'm just going to the little basics. That's low level water. That's high level water. That's bin switch. That's safety 2, safety 1, and harvest in test mode. Okay? And then you have your filter, water filter. If that light turns red, that means that needs to be cleaned up because the machine has detected it, that something is wrong with it and it's not functioning right because of that filter. This machine has never had a filter. You can add one back here. I'm going to add one, and I'm going to give you the part numbers or the brands that Gemini's told me there's with this machine, and this is the model number. Okay, and this is a Koolaire ice machine, industrial. All right. So in the beginning, I had a problem with this. I did not replace this. I had somebody come diagnose it for me. I troubleshooted it. It did burn up. So yeah, he did kind of mess it up. And then he burned this switch up. You got a high pressure switch and a low pressure switch. These have been switched around. It don't matter which side you put them on. Or you can make a new hole. Just make sure you don't get them shims or that copper inside of it, and it could damage that valve. And this is the harvest valve. This lets hot steam from the compressor go into this evaporator coil right here. This is where the ice is being made at, and where the harvest is cycling through, and that light turns on in the harvest. This is going to turn hot, and it's going to let the ice release and drop. Okay, but right now what's happening with this machine is specifically is that the harvest was happening, but the harvest was not happening, and the ice was building up on it too much. Why was the ice building up with it too much? My determination was that the water level was not lowering in either the filter or the float right here. This is the low level float, and this is the high level float. So when the water reaches up, that float tells it to stop before it starts dripping out this pan. This one tells it that the water is low and that the water has been consumed by the ice that's built up. This does not have an ice monitor sensor. Some of them are hanging here. This specific machine does not have it. So this float has two two functions. One, it tells that the pan needs water, and the other one, that the pan has consumed the water because the ice has already been made and it needs to go into harvest mode. So harvest mode needs to happen, and right now that seems to be working. But if you do not have no filter or anything, it will clog that valve and it will make that valve stay open, and what is being called is called a weep valve, meaning that it will leak water inside constantly, and it will not let this pan dry, so the machine does not know that it needs to go into harvest mode. So the ice will just keep building, and this is what the issue that I had. So by the time I came to check up on it, there was no water, the pump kept running, and the ice had already built up and got stuck to the cover. Okay, and you can see I have no filter in this machine. So the parts that Gemini, my friend, told me to buy were these: Neon Pure Inline 2x6 3/8 line. This is a filter. Nickel safe ice machine cleaner. This is the cleaner that you're supposed to add in this specific machine. Manitowoc, whatever that is, 000009220 water inlet valve OEM replacement. That is that valve. If that valve stays open, you're gonna have that issue. Okay, and then them floats as well. If one of them floats go bad, especially that one, it's not gonna send it to harvest mode. This one is not gonna, it's gonna make your water overflow. If you paid attention to this, you can pause it, and like I said, you can keep your critics to yourself about my videos. There's a lot of haters, and your video is not good quality. Your poor video quality, you can't do a much better job. I don't care, okay? You like it, you don't, I don't care. Go somewhere else. These filters, they have a disconnect here, and once it comes to the main circuit board, they go connected here. Alright, so you can just unplug this and make sure that your circuit board is working properly. The lights would turn off or on if when you disconnected it. And right here you have two cycles. One is for cleaning, and one is for ice. If you have the same ice machine, there's not a lot of info into this, but that's the cleaning and the off. So hopefully I can cover anything that y'all might have a question about. And if I can help you out, please leave a comment, and if I can answer it for y'all, I will. Like I said, I don't replace the ice, the Freon on these machines. I had somebody do it. That's not my work. That's ugly. So he did wasted it by trying to replace this. He damaged this one, so I had to replace both of them. And if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll try to answer to them as briefly as I can. Thank you very much. You have a blessed night, a blessed day, a blessed afternoon. And please keep your negative comments to yourself. If you could support me with a like, a comment, a share, that would be grateful. Thank you very much.